Okay, so a very good day to all of you. Thank you so much for being on time. So it's 8 p.m. I would like to say welcome to our tonight's Monday Motivational Madness. So I believe all of you are doing great. All of you are safe and sound. So can I check my audio connection? So I'm using my two laptops, laptop one just in front of my face. So can everybody give me a wave if you can hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear my voice loud and clear. Okay, good. Fantastic. Fantastic. So how about this device? Can everybody hear me? Am I audible? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, fantastic. So if everything is okay, tonight our topic is about our accountability and self-trust. Everybody please pay attention about today's topic. The topic is about our self-accountability and self-trust. Why I have taken this topic for tonight? Because I personally realize sometimes we have lack of confidence. Am I right? Sometimes we cannot find a source to become more and more confident in life. And why it is difficult sometimes to be more and more confident? Because we have lack of self-accountability. That is why tonight I'm going to share some important thoughts, important philosophy from our life, how we can become more and more accountable. That can help us to become more and more confident about our life. Now everybody understand the topic, why I have taken this one. And I personally believe after end of today's meeting, you guys will feel, yes, we have to do something to become more and more accountable. That's the reason, and that's the way how we can become more and more confident about our life. So before I start sharing my screen, everybody please switch on your camera and give a smile. I don't want to see any unhappy face in my session tonight. Okay, so everybody please switch on your camera and give a smile so that I can take a beautiful picture of yours for attendance purpose. So page number 1, page number 2, everybody please switch on your camera. Page number 3, how about page number 4? Okay, fantastic. Mary Joy, very good. Page number 5, Yen, welcome to today's Triple M. Page number 6, Primo, hello Primo, hello Samantha, welcome to our today's Triple M. Page number 8, page number 9. Okay, so one more time, give a smile. Page number 1, page number 2, page number 3, page number 4, page number 5, and page number 6. Thank you so much. How about this device? Can everybody switch on your camera one more time? Everybody please switch on your camera. Our host will mark your attendance one more time. Everybody, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. One more time. 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. So let me share my screen and let's get started with the topic for tonight. Can everybody see my screen? I believe you can see my screen, right? Give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Okay, fantastic. So the topic is all about self-accountability, and it is the key to self-trust. Now, let's move on to slide number 2. We are going to talk about what is accountability. Accountability, it sounds like accounting. Am I right, Angeli? Accounting. So when you study business related courses, you study accounting, right? I like this word the most. Why? When you study accounting, while studying accounting, you need to be very, very focused because it's all about mathematical terms, right? It's all about using formula. It's all about applying different formula from accounting. But when we are talking about accountability, it's also something like accounting. Follow? It's all about how we take more and more ownership. What is the meaning of ownership? Ownership means, example, I'm a teacher, I'm a trainer. So what would be my best accountability? Before I start my class, my best accountability to prepare myself before my class. You see, that is called ownership. Yes, nobody will know, did I prepare well or I'm not prepared well. Nobody will understand unless I myself use my accountability to prepare for my class. Understand, guys, what is accountability? Accountability means you take more and more ownership, more and more responsibility, more and more action in order to make your life, what life? Personal life. What life? Professional life. What life? Family life. What life? Social life. To make it even more better, to make it even more productive. That is called accountability. If I make it short, it means taking more and more responsibilities in our life. I'm sorry to say, many young people today, they have lack of accountability. They are being afraid of taking more and more responsibilities. Some of them are being afraid of taking challenges in life. Why? Because they don't understand the impact of accountability in their life. So we cannot be like them. Am I right? Nor any? We cannot be like them. We have to be ready mentally and physically to accept, to welcome more and more responsibilities in our life. Remember, accountability comes from honesty. Accountability comes from realistic goals. And accountability comes from your actions that align with who you are. Example, who you are. If you ask yourself this question, who am I? Gulzar, you ask yourself this question, who am I? You will get an answer, right? You will get an answer. And you have to look for honest answer. As a person, how you are. What are the skills you have? What are the weaknesses you have? What are the things you need to do in order to overcome your weaknesses, to become stronger, to become more and more productive in life? That is called the sense of accountability. Everybody clear from slide number 2? Is it clear what is accountability? Okay, fantastic. Do not be afraid of taking more and more responsibilities. Slide number 3, please. Now, when we are talking about accountability for our life, remember, since our childhood, we are being taught to be more accountable to others. Am I right? I think your father, your mother already taught you these things. Hey, when you are with a senior citizen, what is your accountability? You must respect senior citizen, right? When you are with like young people who are very junior than you, what is your accountability? To show your love and care for younger generation, right? So accountability, actually, we already know everything since our childhood. But the problem is that sometimes we forget about real accountability for our real life. You see? So it's all about our commitment, meet the expectations set out of us and show up with full of reality. That is called accountability in real life. So what is number one? Everybody, please pay attention. Your commitment. I'm 100% sure all of you have certain commitments about your life. Am I right? Host, please stop sharing the screen and let's talk face to face. No need to use this PowerPoint slide. Okay. So all of you have some commitments in your life. Alvin, you also have certain commitments in your life, right? Commitments for your family, for your wife, for your children, for your parents, right? For your overall family. Normia, you see? So when you have some commitment, and if you are accountable person, you will never break your commitment. Understand? Many people commit, many people promise a lot, but at the end of the day, they have no implementation of action regarding this commitment. They commit just for the sake of commitment. Understand, all of you guys? You follow? So sometimes we have certain goal. Some of you also have this type of goals, right? And if you cannot achieve this goal, what you are doing, sometimes you are blaming your luck. Anjali, am I right? Oh, I'm bad. I always have bad luck. Oh, okay, maybe I'm from the country where I cannot get more facilities. Actually, this is called like excuses. Any follow? When you commit, when you have certain commitments, just do everything to make it worse. And how you can make your mentality, I'll do everything to make it work? You need 100% accountability about your commitment. Okay. Yeah, nowadays, half marathon, full marathon become a very common topic. How many of you like this type of marathon? Can I see your digital hand? Anyone here in my class would like to go for marathon, long distance running? You have to raise your digital hand, not the thumbs up one. Thumbs up, I don't understand. I cannot see your face. Okay, fantastic. I can see some of you are here in my class. How about from this device? You guys do not like marathon? Okay, I got one. Adina, your side always got few digital hand because you are using link 2, right? Adina, you are using link 2. Okay, fine. Wow, link 1 got 14 people like half marathon and full marathon. Thank you so much. You can lower your digital hand. Now, remember this commitment. What is the commitment? You want to go for marathon. Maribel, I was a bit surprised when I didn't see your hands, Okay, you have. Okay, good, fantastic. Now, it's nothing wrong that you have these commitments. No matter how old are you, no matter how is your health, no matter what profession you are in, no matter how busy you are, you made this commitment that you want to go for marathon to run a certain amount of kilometers by running this distance. Now, what would be your accountability, Mr. Angelo? When you have this promise, have this commitment to complete marathon, you will have a lot of difficulties in front of you. Understand? Number one, I have a full-time job. I have a full-time job, so I do not have enough time to go for morning exercise or warm-up activities. Because without warm-up, it's really impossible for us to go for marathon. Am I right? If you can just try your luck after running for 1 or 2 kilometers, no more energy to run because you did not do any practice before you come to this actual marathon field. Understand, guys? So when you take it as a sense of accountability, no matter how busy you are, you will find some time to go for warm-up activities for your actual marathon in future. Understand, guys? Not only that, before you go for long, full marathon, you have to maintain your food habit. You follow? You cannot eat, you cannot have something that will destroy your physical stamina. So when you have this accountability, no matter how difficult, I'll make it happen. Even before you are eating, you will only take the food that is suitable for your health. Understand, guys? That is called sense of accountability about your goal, about your plan, about your target that you are going to achieve in your life. Remember, when you plan something, just after completing your planning, a lot of problem will come up. From left, from right, from top, problem will come from bottom, problem will come from east, west, north, south. And you will be like, oh my God, why my life is like that? You follow? But a sense of accountability will help you to stop and fight back with all the problems that you are facing about your goal, about your life, about your target. Understand, all of you guys? That is called the power of accountability. Now, moving forward, please share the screen, host. Now, many of us good at making commitments. Yeah, slide number 3. Thank you so much. But when it comes to keeping promises to ourselves, we make mistake. I want everybody to think about how often you have broken your promises you have made to yourself. I want everybody to think for a while how many times you promised, this is my last cigarette in my life. After today, I'm not going to light any more cigarette in my life. Right? How many times you promised with yourself, from tomorrow, I'm not going to be angry with my family members with those all small matters. Nuraini, you see? How many times you have promised with yourself, in my life, I'm not going to spend my money without thinking twice. Is it useful way of spending money or it's not useful way of spending money? Did you keep this promise? If yes, you are fantastic about your accountability in life. If the answer is no, something wrong with your accountability. I'm sorry, I have to tell you the truth. Okay? So self-accountability, actually it is the fundamental building block of your well-balanced life. When you have sense of accountability, trust me, you will lead a healthy life in your life. You know what is the meaning of healthy life? You will not destroy your physical or mental health by practicing unnecessary things. When you have sense of accountability, you will not do anything that will destroy your financial health also. Okay, so now let's move on to slide number 4. We all have our personal line. Line. Every one of us, when we think about our sense of accountability, we all have certain values, certain expectations, and certain standards that hold for ourselves. Everybody, please think about this part. This is the most powerful part of today's Triple M. And I'm sorry I cannot call all of your name together, but when I talk, in my mind, all of you are here by having equal importance. Understand, all of you? Don't be angry why Mr. Faisal never called my name. I want, but I don't have enough time. I only have 2 hours to complete a lot of things. Okay, Susan, Jackie Joy, Zalim. Oh, nice name. Zun Zalim. Fantastic. Now, each of us has a personal line, right? That is called your personal philosophy of your life. All of you have certain values, certain expectation, and certain standard of your life. So it's all about our choice, our behavior, and our action that will reflect our values and standard. Now, everybody, you have to find out what is your personal line. Number one, some of you have this personal line that in your lifetime, you made a promise that you will never earn a single cent by following unethical way. Am I right? Host, we need to stop sharing the screen because this is all about our personal line. And let me say hello to everyone. Can everybody give me a wave? Noor, Nabila, and all. Personal line means it's your own promise about your life. I'm 100% sure because I have so many good people in my class. I personally believe this one. And I'm 100% sure some of your personal line is you will keep yourself very honest about earning money by following the very, very honest way. That is your personal line. You see, number two, most of you are working, right, for different companies in your country, in other countries of the world. Some of your personal line is that I'll be doing my best in my job until the last day of my work in this company. That is your personal line. Maribel, am I right? Am I right? Yeah, now let's talk about personal line about our personal life. Some of you are having some difficulties to maintain your relationship with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, with your husband, with your wife. And I'm 100% sure some of you made a personal line, no matter what, I don't want to break up this relationship. I'll try until the last part of my life to take care of this relationship. That is your personal line. You follow? You are applying for a job and you are applying for not only one time. You are applying for a job for many, many times, but you keep failing your job interview. And some of you made a personal line, then it's okay. It's okay to fail in job interview. I'll try again and again until I get a job for my life. That is called personal line. Understand, all of you guys? You follow? So this personal line belongs to your values, belongs to your own sense of accountability, belongs to your responsibilities that you have in your life. Albin, you follow? Let me give you another example that most of you can relate. Some of you really do not like your job. Am I right? Let's get real. You really don't like your job. You don't like your manager. You don't like your supervisor. And most of you don't like the salary that you are getting from that particular job. Why you go? So you don't like this job, but why the next day again you go to the job? Why? Because you need this job, right? If you never do this job, your income will be stopped, right? The flow of cash will be disrupted. Then your life will be more and more dangerous. See, you don't like, but still you go. That is also one kind of personal line that I have no choice, but I need to go for work. Even I do not like my job, even I do not like my manager, even I'm not happy with my salary. Every one of us having one unique personal line. Understand? I made a new personal line in my life. I think you know already that my father passed away on 19th of May when he was admitted in hospital and he was in ICU, intensive care unit. So when he passed away, I was so weak for a few days. Yeah, it's common, right? It's common. Some of you also lost your parents, right? You don't have your father or mother. You know how pathetic it is when the parents passed away. So then I made a personal line. I'll do the things that my dad liked the most. You follow what I mean? My dad always donate money to someone who needs help. He liked these things very, very much. So what I want, I want to practice what my dad did previously in his life. That is called personal line. You follow? So when we have this kind of specific promise about our life and we do everything to make it work, that personal line can help you to build trust about you to make it happen. All of you understand? So build up a strong personal line if you have difficulties to become more and more accountable in your life. Okay? Can everybody do this one? Just make one unique statement, what you want to do in your life. Okay. Now, let me share my screen and let's get started from the next. Now, slide number 5, please. How we can foster our self-accountability. Fostering, developing, improving our self-accountability. Now, after defining our line, look at the first point that is called self-accountability starts with self-awareness. I like this statement. If you want to become more responsible, before you act to be more responsible, please know yourself. That is called know thyself, self-awareness. Okay, self-awareness. So you need to understand in advance what are the things you know, what are the things you do not know. That is called self-awareness. What are the area you are expert? What are the area you need to be expert? Noor Aini, you follow? Angela, you follow? That is called self-awareness. When you have more and more self-awareness, you will become more and more self-accountable person. Look at number 2. What do you stand for? This is your personal line, L-I-N-E. You stand for what? You stand for right. You stand for wrong. You stand only for your luck. You stand for your hardworking mindset. You stand for your positive attitude, positive behavior, hardworking mindset by becoming more and more realistic. Understand, guys? What do you stand for? Some people stand for emotion. Some people stand for reality. Some people stand for luck. Some people stand for hard work, determination, accountability, so on and so forth. Look at the third question. What are your non-negotiables? You know, what is the meaning of negotiate and non-negotiate? Example. Sometimes we have self-talk, right? Self-talk. Self-talk means when you are so free, you have nothing to do, you talk with yourself. Alvin, right? Everybody look at Alvin. Self-talk, we always have the way Alvin is sitting now. This is the best way to have positive self-talk. A bit relaxed. Yes, Alvin, a bit relaxed. Closing eyes and keep asking some impactful question about us, about life, and trying to look for the answer of all those questions. That is called self-talk, right? So sometimes we can negotiate with us, sometimes we cannot negotiate with us. Am I right? So non-negotiate means if you have this mindset, I'm not going to negotiate when I'm becoming lazy, I'm becoming emotional. See? So when you never negotiate with your lazy and emotional mindset, that is your non-negotiable nature of your active mindset. We have to be very strong in this part. We need not to negotiate with everything. Negotiate of staying comfort zone, right? Negotiate about taking more initiatives to learn something new. We have to make some non-negotiative aspects in our life, which are totally negative, which are totally not useful at all. What matters most to you? I'm not sure how many of you know about this one. In your life, what matters most to you? Money, love, respect, job, education, family income, family bonding, sustainable development, non-sustainable development. What matters most to you? Nanda, you follow? Noor, Nabila, you follow? Find out what does the most important things that you have in your life. When you have clarity around who you are and who you are not, your personal standard becomes a guide that will structure how you show up. So if you feel that sometimes you really cannot be whatever you want to be, whatever you wanted to become, please ask yourself those questions. Jenny, you follow? Jenny, feel free to ask those questions and find out the answer for you that will help you to foster your self-accountability at the first place. Host, slide number 6, please. Now, let's talk about another fundamental building block of improving or fostering our self-accountability. It's all about follow through on promises to ourselves. Everybody, please look at me. When I was very young, I like to write my own thoughts in my notebook. Nanda, you follow? Noor, you follow? Jenny, you follow? I write some small English statements in my notebook. Today, I remember one of my most common, statement that I write down on my notebook. Everybody look at me. Whenever, no need to share my screen. I need to talk to your face. Host, please stop sharing the screen. So everybody, ready? Ready? Whenever you promise something to someone, keep your promise. Keep your promise. Because according to my own point of view, life is nothing but keeping a promise for someone. All of you understand? The statement sounds like very big, but the meaning is very simple and straightforward. When you promise with someone, keep this promise. Remember, keeping promise is important like your life. Understand? As human, if I promise something and if I cannot keep my promise, what is the point to be a human being? Am I right? There is no point, there is no logic, there is no right to become a human being. Because God creates us as the best creation in among all the creations. Maribel, am I right? Angelo, am I right? Human is the best creation of God. And if I cannot keep my promise, then I'm insulting God. Right? I'm insulting God when God decided to create us as the best creation for the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, from this spirit, from today onwards, when you promise something, keep this promise. No matter how, no matter when, no matter what. If you cannot keep your promise, better don't promise at the first place. Okay? Don't promise at the first place. Promise, the word sounds like very simple, but it's so deep. You know, the impact of promise is so deep. Right? I believe some of you here, how many of you are here? 105, 280, almost 400 of you are here today from different countries of the world. And I know some of you are doing a great job. Some of you really enjoy your current job. Am I right, my friends? Some of you are happy whatever you have from your current job. Yes, I know. And sometimes some of your relatives, some of your friends come after you for help. Anjali, I know you have a good job, blah, blah, blah. If possible, I'm in trouble. I have no job for last 6 months, 7 months. I'm in really trouble. If you can you please help me to get a job in your company? If you say, yes, I can give a try, please try your best to help this needy person. You follow, guys? Some people keep telling, okay, send your CV, send your resume, I'll try. But even they never open the CV, open the resume just to read how this person is, how this person having the abilities to give a try to get a job. Understand, my friends? If you can, tell them, yes, I can try to help you. And please try. If you cannot, tell them in advance, I'm sorry, in our company, there is no way to get a new staff for next few months, next few years. Be honest with them. No need to give them any false hopes. Maribel, you follow? Don't do that. If yes, tell them yes. If no, tell them, I'm sorry, I really cannot promise you about the job for now. Understand? Follow? So when you promise, keep this promise. If you cannot keep your promise, do not promise at the first place. Okay? That should be one of the important aspects of your self-accountability. Right? Self-accountability. Now, let's move on and talk about the next one, slide number 7. Now, fostering self-accountability. So it's all about use your identity statement. You can use a line I'm somebody who dot dot dot. So what is the word you can put in dot dot dot, Joshua? I'm someone who can work hard. See, I'm somebody who can help others. I'm somebody who can work with other people as a team player. I'm somebody who can learn the things faster. I'm somebody who can manage emotion. Nandar, I'm somebody who can work under pressure. I'm somebody who loves to take care of animals. I'm somebody who can sacrifice something to make other people happy and successful. I'm somebody who can promise and I can keep my promise. Okay, so I would like to ask you now, everybody go to the chat box. Can I see? Try to understand my question first before you answer. Can I see what is your identity statement? You can go to the chat box. You write down the full sentence. I am somebody who dot dot dot. You can put your unique nature. I'll open my chat box and everybody please go to the chat box and make your identity statement. Everybody understand my question? Everybody go to the chat box, put your answer in the chat box. I'm somebody who can work hard. Maybe this is your statement. I'm somebody who can keep promise. I'm somebody who can work under pressure. Can you please go and write down? I already opened the chat box for you guys. I'll give you 1 minute. Everybody go and write down your own identity statement. How about this device? Okay. Your chat box is open. Am I right, host Adina? Chat box is open for everyone, right? Okay. Okay, Sarah, thank you so much. Sarah Joseph, I'm somebody who can work under pressure. Go on, everybody. Yamon, I'm somebody who can work hard. I can work hard, but not under pressure. Okay, go on, write down. I want to see 100 plus messages in the chat box. Okay. Wow. Wow. Fantastic. Very good. Wow. I'm somebody who can stand by right. Very loud and very bold. How about this device? I'm somebody who working a bit stressful with patience as caregiver. I'm somebody who can work wisely. And Aline, very good. I'm somebody who can beside me at my worst. I'm somebody who can beside me at my I'm somebody who can work under the pressure. Thank you so much. I am so proud that all of you can make your identity statement and can everybody let me stop sharing the screen for a while. Stop sharing the screen for a while. Now, everybody, the statement that you made in the chat box for your identity, actually, it's a very brilliant, straightforward statement. Now, the question is that, do you think so? You can keep this statement up in your life? Then if you can, raise your digital hand. I want to see your digital hand. You made one unique statement, one unique identity statement in the chat box. If you feel that no matter what, no matter how, I'll keep it up in my lifetime. Can I see? Wow, fantastic. Thank you so much. So you guys already promised something, right? I know. From this device, I understand your identity statement, to keep it up all the time, it's not that easy. Hasbi, am I right? Hasbi, Amin? Sometime life will become unfair. Ivana, your life will become full of problem. Yashi Dima, your life will have a lot of trouble. Arlini, you will have a lot of difficulties in life. That's for sure. But your identity statement that you made in the chat box, please remember this one. No matter what life gives you, don't change your mind. Don't change your attitude. Don't change your action to make it happen. You understand, all of you guys? If you can do this, you can keep your self-identity always at the top of the list. That will help you to become more and more responsible, more and more accountable about your life. Okay, Rafael, I hope your wife cooked fantastic noodles for you. Enjoy it, huh? Enjoy. Now, everybody, lower your digital hand. Thank you so much. Everybody, lower your digital hand. King, thank you so much. Now, let me share my screen again and let's move on to slide number 7, ladies and gentlemen. We will stay in slide number 7 for a while, host. Now, example, as you can see, I'm somebody who can follow through. I'm somebody who moves my body every day. I'm somebody who puts the phone away during my food time and when I spend time with my family. I'm somebody who cares about the basic manners and basic etiquette when I am with other people. You also can take another identity from the examples list that I have added in my PowerPoint slide. Everybody can see my screen, right? Give me a thumbs up if you can see. Nanik can see my screen? Okay, fantastic. Now, let's move on to slide number 8, please. Fostering self-accountability, it comes from honesty about your excuse. Remember, I told you just, I think, 5 to 10 minutes back, when you have your self-identity, when you have a unique statement about your life, about your motive, your life will give you a lot of problem. Uncertainty will come up. So what we need to do when uncertainty is there, we have to stop giving excuses. Alexander will follow. We have to stop giving excuses. And how it can be done? We all have go-to excuse that can pull us off course. So you say you will get up and go for a morning walk tomorrow, but then you sleep over your alarm. I'm 100% sure most of us having these kinds of excuses in our life. Am I right? May wanted to go for morning walk, but you give an excuse in the morning You give an excuse in the morning. Today I'm so tired. So today I'm not going to work, but tomorrow I must go for work. Actually, it is called giving excuses over the commitments, over the promises. So when we give priority to our excuses, then we cannot be more and more accountable person. Babini, Miss Babini Ayamo, am I right? When I give more importance to my excuses rather than taking action, I cannot be accountable in my life. When I stop giving excuses and take my accountability as my top priority, I can foster my sense of accountability. Right? Another example. Sometimes you make a decision, I'll go for lunch at 2 p.m. or at 1 p.m. And when it is 1 p.m., you don't go for lunch. What you did? You did something else. Right? So remember, no matter how busy we are, no matter what we are doing, we have to maintain discipline about taking food. Mr. Anabili, am I right? If I never take food on time, I cannot be accountable about my actions. Right? Our body is just like, if you compare your body with car needs fuel to run. Am I right? If got no fuel, your car will be stopped in the midway of your journey. Same thing, human body needs what? Needs energy, comes from food, right? Balanced food. So please be honest about your excuses. When it is time for you to have dinner, go for dinner. When it is time for you for lunch, go for lunch. When it is time for you to take breakfast, go for breakfast. Do not give any excuses above everything. When we can stop excuses, we can be more and more real about our accountability. I believe some of you remember one of our topics from few months back, Monday Motivational Madness. Remember, we talk about excuse and success cannot ride the same horse. I believe some of you remember this statement, right? Excuse and success cannot ride on the same horse. If you are looking for success, please stop giving excuses. If you give excuse, please stop dreaming about success. I still remember about this topic from few months back, Monday Motivational Madness. So the summary of this part, when life will be more and more challenging, it's pretty common that we will be having difficulties to do the things, and then we will go for excuses. Do not do the things that will allow you to give excuses. Slide number 9, please. Practice self-compassion. Remember, if you want to be more and more accountable, you cannot just be self-critical. Self-compassion means you have to go like hand in hand with self-discipline and self-accountability. Sometimes we have competing priorities and commitments that shift. Okay. Now, practice self-compassion means this is something very practical that we need to understand. So when you have to do a lot of things for your self-accountability, but you feel really tired, you feel you need some rest, you feel you need some break, you can take a break. H2, you follow? You can take some rest. You can take some time before you start taking this action. That is called practice self-compassion. I need to stop sharing my screen for a while because this is something that you guys need to understand. Okay. We made a lot of mistakes in our life, right? We made thousands of mistakes in our life. So sometime when we are trying to make another decision, we started to feel regret. We started to feel bad about our last wrong decision. Right? And sometimes we blame ourselves. What kind of blaming? Adina, what kind of blaming? I'm so unlucky, that is called self-blaming. I'm so unlucky. My luck never support me. Self-blaming, I'm so unlucky. Don't do that. We all are lucky. Right? Fine, fantastic. What is the name or the major sponsor to the class? I don't understand your question, please. Can you please ask your question more elaborately and send to me? Now, come to this point. No need to blame. Don't blame yourself. You make a lot of mistakes in your life. You failed thousands of times in your life. It does not mean that you cannot make a better decision. You cannot be successful in life. Don't do that. All of you understand? If you keep blaming yourself, I'm so unlucky, I'm so lazy, I'm so emotional, I'm so sensitive, I don't like to study, I cannot memorize, I cannot understand math, I cannot understand my work culture, I cannot be a team player, I cannot communicate because I'm very shy. That is called self-blaming. And if you remember what are the things I told you just now, all those self-blaming make you confused in your life. Nur Nabila, am I right? Self-blaming. Oh, I'm so shy. I cannot communicate effectively. That's why I cannot get promotion from my job. No, it's just self-blaming. So what you need to do? Stop blaming yourself. Step-by-step process is the key. I repeat, step-by-step process is the key. If you feel you are not that strong in communication part, stop blaming that my communication skill is not that strong. What you need to do? Self-compassion. You start improving your communication skill from today. Normia, you follow? You start doing something to improve your communication skill just after the meeting from tonight. See, you go and ask advice from someone who is expert in communication. Learn from him, learn from her. You see? Some of you are working for so many years in the same company, but you have no promotion, you have no salary increment. Don't blame yourself that your company is like that. Your company is not like that. You are like that. Nur Aini, follow? Your company is not like that. You are like that. What you like that? You don't want to take initiative to upgrade your value for the company. Rafael, am I right? You didn't do anything to increase your productivity for your workplace. Then how? Right? Common question, then how? So what is the summary of this part of today's Triple M? Very simple. Very simple and straightforward. No more blaming. No more self-blaming. Do something to improve the things why you are blaming. Arlene, you follow? Don't blame your country's political system. You do something to add more value in you so that you can get more benefits from your life. So let's move on and let's talk about from slide number 10. So why it matters. Remember, I told you that you guys need to find out why it's important for you. Now, when we believe the last slide, remember we talk about no more self-criticism, no more self-blaming. Now, the next thing that we need to build real self-trust. Everybody, please look at the word, look at the sentence. It says, build real self-trust, not so-called self-trust. We are talking about real, R-E-A-L, real self-trust. No need to go for unreal. Tania, you follow? Many people have this problem. They have unreal self-trust. You know, I remember when I asked my trainees during my job training for my trainees, when I asked them, what is your weakness? Or what are your weaknesses? Eugenia, Miss Eugonia, you follow? When I asked my trainees, what are your weaknesses? Gliza, hello, Miss Gliza, Z-L-I-A-Z-A. I asked my trainees, what is your weakness? Do you know some of them say, what? Lovely? They said, sir, I have no weakness. Gay. They answered me like that, sir, I have no weaknesses. I was surprised. Are you sure you don't have any weaknesses? I said, no, sir, I don't have any weakness. Why? Why some people having this kind of answer about weaknesses? Because they have unreal self-trust. Tony, follow? Everybody has weaknesses. I also have some weaknesses. So what we need to do? We need to build our real self-trust. If I can do A, I'll tell to the world I can do A. If I cannot do B, I'll say I do not know how to do B, but I can learn and I can be better about B jobs. Understand? That is called real self-trust. The next one, we have to reduce decision weaknesses and procrastination. Remember, I cannot be more and more accountable if I do not take it as a matter of pride. I do not take it as a matter of very, very important for my life. My weaknesses and my procrastination can destroy my sense of accountability. Irma, you follow? If I keep one of my eyes closed about my weaknesses and I feel proud of everything that I have, but I do not do anything to improve myself, I cannot be able to take more and more real, actionable responsibilities. Number two, procrastination means, remember, sometimes we want to do something now, but out of sudden we stop. We drag it to the next day. We just change it to the next hour. Today, I'm not feeling well, so I cannot start going for exercise from today. What I'll be doing from tomorrow. That is called procrastination. You are planning to learn Korean language, but you just planning to learn Korean language. So when it is time for you to go for class, you keep telling yourself, oh my God, this week I have a lot of things to do at my workplace. So this week I cannot start. I'll start from the next week. That is called procrastination. Mr. Young, if you procrastinate the things, accountability will never take place in your life. Okay. Now, the last one, it's all about alignment. What is alignment? Let me stop here for a while. Host, please stop sharing the screen. And those who raised your digital hand, you can lower it down. Lower your digital hand. This part is over. So we have a new session for now, right? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, alignment, what does it mean? Anyone can speak? Anyone give some idea about alignment? What is alignment in life? You can raise your digital hand. I'll allow you to speak. Okay, Young would like to add something. Yes, Mr. Young, Y-O-N-G, Young, right? Hello. Can I unmute your microphone? Hello, hello. Yes, alignment in life. Go on.
Yes, life is maybe apply from your goals and vision to what you plan to achieve. So you align your life in the sense that you make goals, make objectives, and you understand like set their indicator that will be met at a certain point in time.
Okay, that's good. Very good. Thank you so much. I have two digital hands from this device. And Angeli, yes, unmute your microphone. Alignment in life. What does it mean from your own point of view?
Okay, for my own point of view, I said that alignment in life is living so that the core of your self or values decision that align with your habits and daily actions, like you like that possession. So alignment is the same direction, and my mind is direction in that particular job, for example. So, for example, you are applying a job, you will say that this job is alignment with my uh, course, or this course is alignment
Yes.
with myself. Yes, that's the thing that I directions. One word is directions.
You are absolutely right. Thank you so much. I will be taking one more participant. I will take randomly. Okay. Chu Chua, unmute your microphone. You will be the last person about life alignment. Hello.
Okay, for me, alignment in life, it's like means like living in a way that matches your values, your goals, and your beliefs and the action. When your life is aligned, what you do every day is reflects on what truly matters to you.
Thank you so much. Wow, very good. Very loud and bold. Now you guys can lower your digital head. I do have one participant here. Okay. Harold, Harold. Yeah, unmute your microphone, please. You want to add something? Or I can see another participant, Melba. Hello, Miss Melba. Okay. You forgot to say hello to everyone, right? Yeah, we can hear you. Continue, please.
My favorite element is the level of AP. Example, your but the of work active achieve some example active some
And allowing yourself to the story that are like for example, about the between you and believing no matter what you are out for the stand of your life. That's it's when the eternal of for example looking for the energy of some other like that. And for me, that it's
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, makes sense. Okay. I'm not going to take anyone to speak about alignment in life. I'm not sure why you guys always giving me like PhD level answer. You know, when I ask you some question, you guys will give me a very, very, very high philosophical PhD level answer. I'm very simple man, okay? My I always like the simple ways of explaining the things. But I understand your point of view. Your answer is right, absolutely right. Now, from my side, alignment in life, meaning to say, everybody please pay attention. So when I understand what are the things I'm not good at, alignment means restructure. Am I right? Alignment means rearrange. Alignment means stop, think twice to make it better. You follow? So alignment in life. So when I understand in this part I'm not good at, I need to align. I need to do something to make it better for my life. Shawan Shai, you follow? That is called alignment in life. I need to take the right action. I need to design the right action plan. I need to follow the right action plan in order to make certain things better than before. That is called alignment in life. So when we can align the negative things towards the positive things without any hesitation, we can become more and more accountable about our life, about our action. Understand all of you guys? So this point is very important for tonight's Triple M. Understand in which part you are not good at to become more and more responsible. Please stop blaming about yourself. Start taking action to make yourself better about these things. Only then you can become more accountable and you can develop your self-trust to become more and more productive in your life. Slide number 11, please, host. Here are a few questions for you to reflect on. So what standards do you want to hold yourself to? You got to again think back. Every one of you have certain standard of life, right? Why you want to maintain this standard? Find out the reason. And my advice for all of you, whatever you are doing in your life, if you do not know the reason why you are doing this, you cannot be accountable for this. Maria, am I right? You are eating food. If you do not know the reason why you are eating this food will not be suitable for your body. You go for exercise. If you do not know the reason why you are going for exercise, this exercise will not contribute a lot for your health development. You study accounting, you study marketing, you study sales, you study hospitality, you study postgraduate diploma. Please understand the reason why you study this subject, why you study this diploma. What is the reason? When you understand the reason, it will become a matter for you. If you do not understand the reason, it will never become a matter for you. I remember, I think last month, I asked one of my trainees, one of my students from Myanmar, you know, one of my Burmese trainees, I asked her, why you study mechanical engineering? Angelo, you follow? I asked this question, why you study mechanical engineering? Do you know what she said? She said, actually, I don't know why I'm studying mechanical engineering. I was surprised. How come someone study something but do not know the reason why studying this subject? HD, you follow? I asked another student why you study about English at your major. Do you know what he said? He said, in my university, they allow me to study English. That's why I'm studying English. I was quite surprised. So they study because they need to study. And I believe, follow, this study cannot be matter for them. Where are you already showing up the way you want to do? Ask yourself this question. Now, you have the beginning part, you have the middle part of your journey, you have the end part of your journey. Please, every time you stop and check your overall journey of achieving your goal to become more and more accountable. Number 3, ask yourself this question when you feel proud about yourself. If you do not feel proud about yourself, if you do not feel proud about your progress, if you do not feel proud about your result and outcome, you cannot move forward and you cannot make it as your matter. Okay? So every time when you feel your life is difficult, when you feel you have lack of accountability, when you feel like you are going to quit, you are going to stop, you are going to give up, please stop. Ask yourself all those questions that will help you to move forward in your life. Slide number 12, please. You also need to check on you another 2 questions. Where do you tend to make excuses or negotiate with yourself? Remember, I also told you this one before. Some point in our life we can negotiate. Some point in our life we cannot negotiate. So what are the things we cannot negotiate? About discipline, no negotiation. About punctuality, no negotiation. About health care, no negotiations. HD, do you follow? About saving money, no negotiate. Right? What is one? I'm somebody who, remember the statement you want to bring or you want to build up today and moving forward all the time. So what you need to do, you need to remember the statement that you made for yourself in the chat box and just follow this one and make it work accordingly. Slide number 13, please. Accountability in our workplace. Now, I purposely put this topic for all of you. I know about 80% of you here in my class, you guys are doing some job, right? Some of you are doing a very big jobs, very full of responsibility job, right? Basic job, new job, old job, experienced job, sales job, marketing job, customer care job, caregiving job, a lot of difficult jobs you guys are doing, home and abroad. Now, I need to stop sharing my screen for a while. Host, please stop sharing the screen. Sense of accountability at the workplace, it is the secret key to success. Noor, Jiran, try to understand my last statement. Accountability at your workplace, it is the secret key to success from your job. Your sense of accountability from your job, it can bring you to your self-actualization level. What is self-actualization? Remember, the topmost place or position from your work. And it comes from self-accountability. Today is public holiday. By right, it's my off day. I need not to work for today. Why I'm here? Trust me, I'm here from my self-accountability. Understand? I never work by looking at my watch. It's my off day, but our CEO, Mr. Benson Ma, is busy today, and he asked me to take over. I just come up and doing my class. It comes from where? From accountability, responsibility. You follow, guys? I know that it's part of my job. Though it's public holiday, but I can work for 2 hours, right? It's not a big deal. It's not a problem. So when you have this kind of sense of accountability at your workplace, you know what will be happening? The top management will realize your sense of accountability. They will trust you the most. They will give you more responsibilities. They will give you more important position to take care. And if you can bring result, you can get promotion, you can get better salary package. That will help you to become more and more successful from your workplace. Understand, all of you guys? So the power of accountability at your workplace, I always consider it as a secret things or secret of success. Question? I have a question. Which one? Bad boy, right? B-A-D-O-I. Yeah, please, you can unmute your microphone and you can put your question for me. Hello, you there? Elixir, E-L-I-X-E-R. Can you please unmute? What is your question? You can type me in the chat box. If you cannot unmute, no problem. I'll be answering your question during the Q&A session time, okay? So you can keep your question ready, and when I'll be having Q&A session, you can put your question and I'll be answering your question accordingly. Now let's move on to the next part. Okay, so we are talking about accountability in the workplace, right? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Fantastic. So the first one, accountability number one, we need to attend our work for the agreed upon hours. That comes from our sense of accountability, right? Example, you have to remember what you promised to your employer at your workplace before you are getting this job, right? So for example, if you are working from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m., so during 9 to 5, you have to be more accountable, more responsible, only to focus on your work, right? Because many companies are not following micromanagement. They will not understand are you doing your job or not? But when you have this sense of accountability, you will do your job even when someone is not checking your work accordingly. Number two, independently, when you complete all of your responsibilities that you have in the job description, that is called accountability in your workplace. When you complete all your assigned tasks without giving any excuse or excuses, and by giving your best at your workplace, that is called accountability in your workplace. Now, next one, look at this one. Maintaining a satisfactory and consistent quality of work. That's part we need to understand. That part we need to understand very, very carefully. Maritis, many people at workplace, they are working just for the sake of working. Am I right? Don't do that. Remember, when you are at work, make sure the quality of your work is there. Jenny, am I right? Quality is there. And maintain your consistency. Maintain your consistent. Consistent means what? The quality of your work, it's always qualityful. It doesn't mean that morning hour, you have done your best. Afternoon time, you became tired and you did not do your best. Don't do that. Maintain the flow of your productivity that comes from your accountability in your workplace. Right? The next one, look at this one. Collaborating with your peers and accepting the division of the work. So collaborating means when you are working with other people, with other team members, please be accountable to work together. Many people I have seen in my life, they can work individually, but when they have to work together in other team members, with other team members, they keep complaining. You know what kind of complaining? I don't like Mr. John. I don't like Miss Jessica. I don't like new stuff. I don't like old stuff. I don't like experienced stuff. A lot of complaint. Don't do that. When you are working in a team as a team player, please work together. Team always will come at the first place. The next one, look at this part. Communicating with the top management about the updates or the challenges honestly and openly. When you have the sense of responsibilities, if you face any difficulties at work, you will never keep quiet. What you will be doing? You will feel free to communicate with your manager. Joshua, am I right? Noor, Nabila, am I right? You will be informing your senior manager that I'm facing some difficulties, I'm facing some challenges, I'm looking for your advice, I'm looking for your suggestion. It comes from sense of accountability. It comes from when you take responsibility about your action, you will never do the things for the sake of doing. You don't understand anything, you will ask for advice from the sense of accountability. All of you clear? And at your workplace, when you show your sense of accountability, trust me, you will get more success, you will get more outcome from your workplace. Okay, next one, please. More accountability in the workplace. I believe you know the meaning of morality. Morality means what? Morality means you always follow the right way of doing the things. That is called morality. You are being honest about you. You are being transparent about your work. You are being very, very focused, responsible about your work. That is called higher workplace morality. Remember, if I have lack of morality, I cannot be an effective staff for my team. Maritis, you follow? But when you have the morality, you are honest, you are transparent, you are very serious, you always promise and you keep your promise all the time. That is called morality. You never be late, you never give problem to your employer, you never give any excuses to your employer. Clear communication. When you have sense of accountability, sense of responsibilities, what you will be doing? You will communicate clearly. Example, you are facing some difficulties at work. You will not make other people confused. Ivana, you follow? There is a common problem that we always face from young people. That is called lack of communication at workplace. So when some people cannot convince you they will try to confuse you. Follow? If they cannot communicate you clearly, they will try to make you confused. Don't do that. No need to make someone confused because of your unclear communication. Make it clear, make it straightforward, make it transparent. Next one, when you have sense of accountability, you can manage your time. Because time management at workplace, it becomes a challenge for many people. Am I right? I do have about 400 people from different countries of the world. If you guys feel your job is difficult, it's because of your poor time management. There is no easy job. Always remember, under the sun, there is no easy job. Every job is about hardworking job. Melba, am I right? Any easy job in your country? The answer is no, there is no easy job. But some people, they claim that their job is more difficult is because of their lack of time management at work. Engagement, workplace engagement is the key to become more and more productive, to become more and more successful from the work. So when you have accountability, you always will engage with other people at the first place, right? Engagement means during your working time, you will never hide yourself from your job. You will be doing your job. You will be, you will be playing your role without giving any excuses. Right? Slide number 15, please. More accountability in our workplace, level of trust, higher level of trust. Remember, at workplace, when your manager, your supervisor trusts you, your job will become more and more easier for you to manage. Puji, am I right, Puji? Rafael, you are very experienced, I know. When you can build trust among your management people, your workplace will be your playground. You know what is the meaning of playground? You will feel this is not my job. This is the place from where I feel I'm not just working. I'm just performing my part at my work. Right? Accountability will make you happy about your job. Why some people complaining they don't like your job is because they have lack of accountability about their job. So guys, if you feel your job is difficult, if you feel you do not like your job, I have a piece of advice for all of you. Whatever the job you are doing, be more accountable, be more responsible, be more serious, be more and more proactive about your job. You will feel this job is suitable for you to move forward. People with no accountability at work, they always will be complaining their job is not suitable for them. The last topic for tonight, it's all about the pillars of accountability from slide number 16. Now, if you want to develop your sense of responsibility in life, you have to follow some philosophy. You have to follow some step-by-step process in your life. The first one is your clear expectations. Now, accountability, it comes with clarity. What is the meaning of clarity? If you do not know what you are doing, if you do not know why you are doing this, if you do not know what are the things you need to learn for this, you cannot be responsible in life. Host, please stop sharing the screen. I need to share something about clear expectations in life. But before that, I would like to welcome all of you to switch on your camera one more time. I'll be taking picture for our attendance to mark your attendance and send you the certificate accordingly. Everybody, please switch on your camera from my two devices. From this device, can everybody switch on your camera? I do have 3 pages. Everybody, please cooperate with us. Thank you so much. Host can take picture from your side. And from my side, everybody give a smile. Be more accountable to smile. Page number 1, page number 2, page number 3, page number 4. Fantastic. Number 5, number 6, 7. Anyone from number 8? Hello? Is there anyone from page number 10? Number 11? Page number 12. Okay, I have taken your picture for attendance. And one reminder for all of you. You know, is okay. If you are working, I understand. No need to switch on your camera. It's okay one. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you will receive your certificate from our admin, please be accountable, be accountable to take a picture with your certificate and send back to your send back to our admin as quick as possible. Okay, it's okay one. It's not a big deal, right? Just open, you no need to print, just open your certificate from your phone, from your laptop, take a beautiful picture. Okay, and you can edit a bit, right? People like to edit picture, right, Noor? I got some students in my Instagram, and when I see their picture, I'm confused. In the class, she looks like this, but in Instagram, oh my God, totally different. I'm confused because of the way people edit their picture at the first place, okay? So you can edit, we don't mind. Okay, we don't mind. Thank you so much. Now, guys, I'm about to finish my today's Triple M about accountability and our self-trust. Now we are talking about the pillars, right? The first pillar is clarity. Clarity. So clarity about what? Clarity about the things that you are doing. You follow, Rafael? Clarity about the things that you are doing. Why you study, find out the reason, clear reason why you study. If you are working in sales department, make yourself clear why you are working in sales department. Understand? If you are in a relationship with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, make yourself clear why you are in that particular relationship. That is called clarity. Now, why we need to be clear? And what are the things we need to make clear before we approach to the next? For example, everybody please look at me. For example, I study my postgraduate diploma program. Postgraduate diploma program. So I need to make myself clear why I'm going to study this postgraduate diploma program. Because I want to upgrade my business related knowledge in advanced level. Noor, you follow? Then I need to stop. I need to stop and think for a while. So when I'm going to study this postgraduate diploma program, what are the problems I might face? And what would be the response about all those problems? That is called clarity about the things that we are doing. Maritis, you follow? Joshua, you follow? You are in a relationship with your girlfriend, Mr. Joshua. So you have to make yourself clear why you are in that relationship. And what are the things you need to follow to maintain that relationship? That is called clarity. When people have clear idea about the things that they are doing, Gulzat, they can make it even more better. Thank you so much. They can make it even more better for their life. All of you clear? So please make sure from today onwards, make sure you are clear about the things that you are doing. If you are unclear, always you will be confused. And when you are confused, you cannot be accountable, let alone successful in life. I repeat, if you are confused, you cannot be accountable, let alone successful in life. Okay? Okay? Loud and bold. Fantastic. So the first pillar is what? Is all about clear expectations. So it starts from clarity. So I hope you make yourself clear about the things that you are trying to do. Number 17, please, host. Transparent communication. Always remember, in life, personal life, professional life, our communication is the key. Rafael, communication is the key. You can be more accountable with your family when you communicate openly about the family problem with your family members. If you cannot communicate openly among your family members about the problem, you cannot manage your family. Understand, all of you guys? So transparent communication will help you to become more and more expert in taking actions. It will encourage a culture where feedback is constructive and continuous. This is not only helping you to understand your achievement, but it will help you to understand the area that you need to improve from your side. So being transparent and open communication is the key for few aspects. Number one, it's the real key to happiness in life. Number two, transparent communication is the key to improve our skills and knowledge. Number three, transparent communication will make us more humble to learn from others. Next one, transparent communication will help us to develop an attitude of helping each other, supporting each other, developing our skills and knowledge to the next level. Okay, so facing problem, always remember, ladies and gentlemen, facing problem, look for advice. Don't keep it quiet. Facing problem, ask for advice to the right person. That is called transparent communication. You don't understand about a topic, look for someone who is expert about this topic. Always remember, asking for help, asking for advice, learning from others, it represents as a person you are stronger than other people. Rafael, you follow? Rafael? For example, I'm your teacher, but I can see you know some better accounting terms than me. I need to go and ask you, Rafael, help me to learn about these accounting things. I want to learn from you. That will help me to become more and more accountable about my life. Right? So some people have this crazy mindset. They feel it may be a prestigious issue if I ask for suggestion from someone new. It's okay, one. Not everyone is expert in everything. Right? Not everyone is expert in everything. So when you are not expert in something, you go and become transparent and communicate openly to learn from them. That will help you to become more and more accountable in life. Slide number 18, please. Another pillar of accountability. It's all about empowerment and trust. What is empowerment? Now, this one we can relate to our workplace. Empowering people means when you have some skills, when you have some knowledge, you share your skills, share your knowledge with other people to become better. That is called empowering people. So empowered people are more likely to take ownership of their task. So example, you are working and you are working as a manager or as a supervisor. So you have 10 people under you, you have 10 staff under you. So what you can do, how you can make 10 of them more and more accountable, empowering them. Share your ideas, share your knowledge, share your skills with them so that they will feel free to learn from you and become better at their work. You follow, guys? And they will trust you. Remember, at workplace, to make other people more and more accountable, you have to build trust among them. Okay. Number 19, which will be the last one for tonight, consistent performance measurement. Now, you know the meaning of KPI, right? Key performance indicators, right? Remember, you cannot be more accountable, more responsible if you do not have any KPI to fill up. Host, please stop sharing the screen. That would be the end of today's part, but I will add some point about KPI. What does it mean? KPI and accountability. Now, let me check. How many of you are here working in different companies and you have some KPI to fill up? Can I see the digital hand? How many of you? Oh, okay. Yeah. Hamza Khan, I understand you have the work, but in the meantime, host, can we share the notes in the chat box so that they can download the notes? So ladies and gentlemen, everybody can go to the chat box, click on the link and download the PDF that I have used for today's class. Now, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you raised your digital hand and you are working and you have KPI to follow, to fill up, right? Alvin. So when you are working, in your mind, always there will be a reminder, I have to fill up my target. If I not, my manager will give me a lecture or my manager will call me for a cup of coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, receiving a phone call for a cup of coffee with your manager, with your supervisor, it's not having a cup of coffee. It is a hammering session. Am I right? A lot of things. Angelique, you know, a lot of lecture will come that nobody wants to go for a cup of coffee with his or her manager if KPI cannot be fulfilled, right? Now, when we have KPI in our mind, automatically it will help us to remind ourselves to do the job properly, right? So same thing. If you want to develop your sense of accountability, you put a list of targets that you want to achieve in your life. It can be your day-to-day outcome, what you want to achieve by day-to-day things. Okay, now that would be the end of today's topic. Now, if you have any question, the chat box is open for me, and I hope you will ask me the relevant question for me to answer you accordingly. So if you have any question, you can ask your question in the chat box. If you have no question, you can type few words in the chat box before you leave for tonight's Triple M. Okay, now, before we end the meeting, let me make a complete summary of today's topic. Accountability and self-trust. 40% of young people today, they have more than enough skills in their life. I repeat, 40% of young people, they have the skills to become successful in life, but they have lack of self-trust. Normia, you follow? They cannot trust themselves that they can be successful in life. That's why many people from different countries of the world, they became hopeless. You know the meaning of hopeless? No hope in life. Okay? I don't want my students will have this kind of mindset, no hope, hopelessness. Don't do that. Remember, you are unique. You have certain skills. You have your lifeline. Remember, tonight you have come out with your lifeline, Mr. Joshua, right? Remember this one. Do everything in order to achieve all the things one by one in your life. I have a good question in the chat box. Let me address this one. Thank you, Sir Triple M, Sir Faisal, so inspiring topic. I saw a question. Where is this question? Or maybe it is in personal message. Okay, how does accountability contribute to success in a business or organization? Good question, huh? Accountability and success. Let me break down these two words differently. Accountability means what? Everybody, please pay attention. This is a very good question. I like this kind of question. So guys, one of your friends asked me one question from this device. How does accountability contribute to the success in a business or an organization? The answer for this question, two words. Accountability means what? Responsibilities. Am I right? Taking more responsibilities. So taking more responsibilities means you need to work more. Am I right? You need to work strategically. You need to work smartly. You need to improve your skills and abilities to make your work full of productivity, full of accurate, and full of result oriented. That is called accountability. Now, when you have all those approach, more responsibilities, more hard work, more strategical work, more focused work, that will bring success of your business automatically, naturally, when you have sense of accountability about your business, about your organization. So you follow? Accountability means responsibilities. When you take responsibility, automatically outcome will be there. Okay, fantastic. Any other question from anyone? Okay, thank you so much, sir, for the Triple M. So much inspiring and more learning to me. Being accountability, how to avoid negativity. Wow, very good. Now, another important question, but from this device, any question for me? Okay. Fine, I can see a lot of answer, but no question. Now, let me answer this question. Being accountability, how to avoid negativity. Now, negativity is everywhere. Always remember this one. Negativity, it is part of our life. We cannot avoid negativity from our life. Understand? I'm not superhero that come and tell you, Maribel, make sure no negativity in your life. It will not work. Negativity is everywhere. When we have life, we have negativity with us. What we need to do, we need to move forward with all the negativity. Ivana, you follow? I repeat, we need to move forward with all the negativity that will come in our life. Example, you are planning to open a new business. So you have taken accountability. You learn new skills, you save money, you apply for bank loan, you already work with so many business people from the same industry, a lot of things you have done. Still, in your mind, there will be negativity. What if? You know what is negativity? That is the most common negativity. What if? You follow? What if? What if means you are being negative about your action. So what you need to do? You are planning to open up your business. When you have negativity, move forward. Educate yourself. In business, always there is a risk. I need to move forward with that particular risk. You follow? Negativity. Remember, negativity, it is part of our life that we cannot deny. What we can do, we can just move forward along with all the negativity that will come when we are becoming more and more accountable in our life. Fit 3, understand my friend, Fit 3? Negativity is always there. Fantastic. Any other question from anyone? I can see a digital hand. Yes, please. If you have no question, you can leave. If you want to stay, I'll be staying here for another 5 minutes. You can continue.
Okay, I have a question. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go on, please.
What's the first? Of course, we're talking about the doubts and any negativity to ourselves. So doubts in ourselves. It means what's the first step? Because we know that every person have negativity. We know that. But what's the simple steps that we can avoid that in ourselves? What's the first and simple thing, of simple steps that we can avoid it? Because in
Okay.
every works we have that one. So what's the first and simple way, steps like
Okay,
that?
the first, yeah, I understand your question. The first step that you can take in order to overcome your self-doubt, you have to believe that you are not good enough. Understand? When you have this mindset, I'm not good enough about certain skills, that's why I have so many self-doubt. So what I need to do, I need to learn all the things step by step to reduce, not to control, to reduce my self-doubt. Angela, you follow? The first thing, simple step, I need to educate myself. I'm not good enough about managing business. So I need to learn how to manage it so that I can minimize my self-doubt about managing business. Okay? Should I answer your question? This is the first. Second one.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, second one, what you can do when you figure out the list of the things you need to improve, then step by step. Remember, I talk about step-by-step process. Don't be crazy and try to change everything overnight. Step by step, improve your skills one by one to reduce your self-doubt and negativity and improving your sense of accountability. Okay? I hope I answer your question. I do have one digital hand from this device. Miss Melba, what is your question, please?
For my question, sir,
Hi.
opportunity of the growth, what would you like to learn about the next?
Okay.
What is the next opportunity for the growth?
What is the next opportunity? Opportunity for growth. Come again. Tell me one more time. What is the next opportunity of growth?
Yes.
Okay.
What would you like to learn?
Excellent question. Now,
About next.
Fantastic. Now, this is another question from another participant. So what is the next opportunities of growth. Remember, growth, when you have the growth mindset, you cannot stop counting opportunities in your life. There will be a lot of opportunities. So when you have the growth, the next opportunities you will get is you will get a sense of accountability in your life. Melba, you follow? You can develop a sense of accountability. Now I can apply for better job. Now I can switch my job. Now I can change my job. I can change my industry where I'm working for 5 years, but still I cannot get that much success. So the next step of the growth, you can get another phrase of your life. You follow? Another phrase of your life. The phrase can bring a lot of result and lot of productivity for your life. Melba, you got the point? Growth will bring you another phrase of your life. So someone is looking for the notes. The note is in the chat box. So that would be the end for today's class. So I hope, not class, slip of tongue. It is all about our M, Monday Motivational Madness. Everybody, remember to be more accountable, to develop your self-trust among everyone. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of yourself and good night to everyone. Thank you so much.